Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome here to Southern California. It's a beautiful day. Well, I know, you think I'm crazy. It's like misty. There's all kinds. It's almost like a light drizzle here. It's overcast, but it's still beautiful to be down here in the beautiful Eastern Pacific. And things are really starting to take off fishing-wise here in SoCal. The Royal Polaris continues their dream trip. Say hi to all the guys on board the Royal, having such a magnificent trip. The Bluefin are biting out of San Diego. It's been kind of a long wait this year. We've all been anticipating it. It seems like it's on the bite with some good nighttime fishing going on, as well as good daytime fishing. Of course, halibut are in the picture, and it seems like a white sea bass explosion is imminent. Anytime that could happen. We're seeing them everywhere. Rockfish everywhere, and just another great day to be in sport fishing in Southern California and Northern Baja. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Oh my God, that is so good. And it's even better to be with you all. Got a few things to tell you about. Then we're going to jump into some magnificent fishing. Don't forget, Patreon members, all you have to do is scan that QR code. You can join us for our party for 2 million views. That's a lot of views. I can't thank you enough. And over 210,000 hours of content consumed by all of you. Thank you so very much. Also, I want to bring to your attention that tonight we'll be on with Sam De La Torre with another show called Tackle Shop Confessionals. At least that's the name for tonight. Who knows, subject to change at any point in time. We'll be live from Island Fishing Tackle this evening, and you have a question about tackle, you'll be able to ask Sam De La Torre, nobody better than my good friend Sam. And then on Thursday, we'll be over at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club with a live show, and I turn it over to Danny Cadota. Danny is such a great guy, has such great knowledge, and he's willing to share it all with each and every one of you. And then finally, Saturday, we'll be at Santa Ana River Lakes, 8 in the morning until 2. It's going to be a great day. We'll be down there teaching kids how to catch a trout, how to knot tie, and we have a great raffle for a Pen Fathom reel and a couple of beautiful custom trout rods. You can get a ticket at the event. We'll even be going around in a golf cart, some of our folks selling those tickets. And those tickets are also good. Say you buy one ticket for $10, you're in the raffle. You can also use it to have a really good lunch this Saturday at Santa Ana River Lake. Should be a lot of fun. All right, let's jump into it. Oh, one more thing. On the 16th, the good guys, my good friends over there at the 540 Slingers Club will be at Marine Stadium Park in Long Beach, California. Taddy Lures is going to be there. I heard Mike Morrison's going to be there. Maybe Sean from the Pride. And also my dear friend Brian Wynn. They're all going to be there. That is Sunday, 8 in the morning. They've got coffee and donuts. They've got instruction. Man, those guys are great guys. Jeff Yeoman's doing some good work. All right, let's get down to the Royal Polaris, because down the Baja coast quite a ways they are continuing, which just has to be called a dream trip. I mean, they've had a few fish over 300 pounds, talking yellowfin tuna now. They've had several over 200. They've had that 90 to 170 pound grade, and it just seems like every single day it gets better and better and better. Even when the wind comes up a little bit, fish continue to bite in it, and it has been a remarkable trick. How about Greg Tristan? Greg's a newcomer to long-range fishing, and he walked on the right rig to do that. I guess so many of the boats in San Diego are so good at taking a new angler and teaching them the fine art of long-range fishing. And that certainly was the case, as he had a fish over 300 pounds. Also, Rick Allen, he fly-lined a sardine, ended up with a 245 yesterday. So some really great fishing. The guys spend their nights trying to make bait, and then they get back to it. There's been some wahoo, there's been some grouper in there, some cabrilla. It's been just a remarkable trip. So the Royal Polaris and Captain Roy Rose and crew just continue to hammer out great catches. All right, bluefin tuna is a reality. There are fish biting again here into the morning. Nice night bite for some of the boys, and it's game on right now. There's been fish caught in the daytime. There's been remarkable nighttime fishing going on, as evidenced by the Polaris Supreme's latest trip, the Pacific Queen, the Polaris Supreme, limits of bluefin tuna, most of it 25 to 50 pounds. Great grade of fish. Some bigger fish also mixed in with it. But that is just great fishing. Now, at night, you're fishing those knife jigs. 250 grams seems to be just about right where these fish are hanging out right now. Essential you pay attention to the captain when he says drop in a hurry, and fish heavy. Fish 130, 100 at least. You just never know when one of those monsters are going to gobble up your lure, and you want to be well prepared. As we're kind of getting a little sunshine now. It's just starting to come up. As you look out there, there's some pretty good sets rolling in here. And as you look out a little further, it looks pretty darn calm. So should be a good day for rockfish out there. And the weather report in terms of wind and that kind of thing, pretty good for most of SoCal up to the Channel Islands. We'll keep our eyes on that for you also. All right, I mentioned that sea bass and halibut are getting into the picture for the boys from San Diego all the way up to the Channel Islands and beyond that. Marcus Fain. Love Marcus. He's such a great guy. What a day they had on board the Aloha Spirit. Danny Erickson from Marina del Rey Sport Fishing was also there, but they had great halibut fishing. Just take a look at all those flatfish, and they give props to Alex Garcia from Proper Plastics. The 5-inch flukes on a lead head were deadly on the flatties up there to a dozen halibut, and just magnificent fishing. And that's not the end of the story. I mean, they had some gar on board there, some barracuda. Nice signal, by the way. I like that, even as it portends for an albacore run. I know everything portends for an albacore run in my mind. I get up and stub my toe in the morning. Yeah, albacore, they're coming. I know they're coming. But that's that cooler water, and hopefully we're going to see more and more gar and more of these nice halibut. They are seeing white sea bass there and in other areas. Catalina has got a lot of yellows and sea bass on it. You need some current to make that happen. Santa Barbara Island, Clemente, Nicholas, all those zones are loaded up, and that light switch, while it hasn't gone off quite yet, I think it's about ready to go. Live squid here all season long. We've had it all winter and into the spring. Sometimes it's difficult to make, but in some cases you'll get it. Navigante out of Redondo had sea bass and halibut here recently. Nice hit for them. Blackfish out of Davies Locker in Newport Beach had a recent day with 5 white sea bass for 6 guys. 1 short of limits. The Pride's hooked some mystery fish. Those sea bass are ready to bite, and that just seems to get better and better all the time. We've had no giant hit on the white sea bass, to be clear, but we are seeing them. We could use a degree or 2 or 3 or 4 more in water temperature. It gets up to 60 degrees, and most of the time it's game on. But we've picked enough fish and seen enough where I am enthused about what might be happening. Check out that giant halibut on board the Endeavor. That's another gorgeous fish. Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. Hard to beat those guys up there. 805-676-3474. Get on board the Endeavor or the Island Spirit or the Californian and have some fun out of Ventura Sport Fishing. We are on board the Endeavor on May the 3rd with a May the 3rd departure. If you want to get on that trip, just send me a text and you can have one of the last few spots. It is 657-227-6459. We'll see you on board that one. That should be good. So once again, Marcus and everybody who got to get in on some really good halibut fishing, hats off to you. Hopefully those sea bass are going to join the party here very, very soon. Back to the Coronado Islands, so we'll jump back across the border just for a moment. There's a lot of cold, dirty water there right now, and that seems to have the yellows off in another zone. We see some fish there, most of the time smaller schools that are just uninterested in having anything to do with a hook in it or a yo-yo iron for that matter, but hopefully that's going to get going here very, very soon. We had a good sign a month ago. The San Diego continues to load everybody up with great taco meat, you know, whitefish and sheep's head and rockfish. Good stuff there. So with the backup plan being rockfish, those guys still working hard to see if they cannot make it happen in terms of a yellow bite. And bring your yo-yo iron, because once again, you just never know. There's a guy down there surf fishing this morning. That's good to see. I know there's been some nice spot fin croaker taken right around here, especially more toward the water tower. That's on Anderson and PCH. And if you dig up some sandworms, those sandworms feed on grunion eggs. We've had some good runs around here. You will have success on the spot fin. And I see the boys catching them at low tide, high and low. So give that a try. That's pretty good here in the Southern California surf right now. So we've got some really remarkable stuff going on. That Royal Polaris strip is off the hook. Halibut really biting well for many of the anglers, and also that sea bass bite seems imminent. Rockfish, it is really good for most of the boats up and down the coast. I won't even start to mention the names of the boats. Some guys have a little difficult. Sometimes that happens, even rock fishing, but in most cases, it's been great for the Premier down there. Here I go. The Premier down there out of San Diego, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, all those guys have been doing really good. Pier Point Landing, 22nd Street Landing. In most cases, they're able to sack you up. Some of the best eating fish in the sea. All right, my friends, don't forget, we'll see you at Santa Ana River Lakes this Saturday morning, 8 a.m. If you want a raffle ticket, there's Chuck's number right there. You don't have to be present. Chuck can fill out your raffle tickets and send you a photo right now. Just send him a text. Tell him you're interested in the raffle tickets. He'll get back to you with the details. Or if you have any questions about joining us Saturday at Santa Ana River Lakes, Chuck is a great guy and will be happy to help you. Incidentally, that meeting on Thursday is open to the public. So if you'd like to come and have dinner with us, watch Danny Katota, and then after Danny's live presentation, Bill Wilkerson will be there from the Horizon and the Malahini. He'll be giving a presentation. Can't make it? We'll live stream it for you. We'll have it all for you right here on Friedman Adventures. You can also get your raffle tickets at Thursday night's meeting. Last chance, because the drawing is Saturday. My friends, you're going to want to take home that Penn Fathom reel or one of those two beautiful custom gorgeous trout rods. All right, my friends, hoping you are having a lovely morning as the Pelican Patrol is behind me checking for bait and other species of fish. Love it when I see those guys. And man, when they start hitting the water, that's when it's time to get over there and throw your little chrome crocodile or whatever you have. Have a great morning. Always good to be with you all. I'll see you tonight with Sam. Can't wait to do that. And I hope to see you this weekend at Santa Ana River Lakes. Take care, my friends.